Evening all, welcome to another Kingscrusher ICC Banter Blitz. So it's around 9 PM here, bit after 9. Let's move that, pardon me, sorry about that. Okay, let's Rocky Top. He's a tough customer, usually, despite his rating. I think he's severely underrated. Let's try a Smith Mora, although sometimes I'm struggling. But anyway, let's see what happens. Yes, this line, okay. Can I go for a quick e5? I've sometimes played bishop d3 as a tricky move, hoping for d5 as a routine response. But I think on d5 that might actually be favourable for white in some respect. He's avoided that, and in fact, I think that's a small concession. I'm having the pawn duo here. Yeah, I've sometimes, occasionally played bishop d3. It's not great if black plays the right move. I'm not entirely sure what the right move is at this moment to tell you, but I seem to have a good French defense style position here, with the center tension has been resolved. And in fact, I'm wondering if h4 castles f6, bishop takes, king takes, knight g5 is a worthwhile hack attack, but he's not castling. He knows me too well. He's not castling. Can I actually scare him to death with rook h3 to g3? So I'll play h5, or maybe rook h3 to g3 to spice things up. I guess he can keep playing on the queen side. Right. Okay, in that case, I will take. Now, is he going to take actually bishop f6, takes f6 to put pressure on d4? Am I going to be regretting this h4 move? It'll be a waste of time, this h4. Okay, here I think I can play this to put some frontal pressure on his e6 pawn. Yeah, queen b6, bishop e3. At least I'm holding b2 there. That might not be too terrible. Alright, let's see. Can I play bishop f4? I'm wondering, even castling queenside would be interesting to make the game quite novel. And then king b1. Or is my king just going to get smashed to smithereens on the queen side? Is that asking for trouble? You know what? It's only a blitz game. Now if he takes, there's bishop g6, the classic check to win the queen. So I'm going to try king b1. And hope for the best. You know what? King b1 just loses to bishop e3. I just realised, what am I thinking about? It's quite. Did I mention it's quite hot here in the UK? Oh dear, it's quite hot here. I'm thinking, why is my king on c1? In fact, this is a terrible idea. Oh man, why did I do this? And he's not even committed to castling anywhere. But his knight's loose, right? Rook c8 looks menacing. Bishop c2. Can I survive this? What's the knight doing on h5? This is curious. Now this position. Okay. Now this is interesting. Now let's see. Knight e5, knight d4 looks pretty convincing. If I move the bishop, what about rook d2 to c2? Well, this looks a move. Now the good thing about this position, I don't think he's going to be able to play rook c8 that easily, because the king cannot go to b8. So how does he arrange rook c8? So in which case this might actually turn out to be a star move. You never know. Rook d2. Now, can I not just take here? And I'm taking that on h5 if nothing else. That's pedantic, but there's also bishop a6 going for his king. But either way, this is very tempting. Mind you, there might even be a stronger move. Queen e5, but there's knight b3. So, okay, let's take this. I can take the knight. That seems good enough. I think taking here might give him some resource. He would have to move the queen somewhere. Why not just take the knight? I can't see anything too wrong with taking the knight there. Greedy. Taking the knight. Greedy move. But maybe coming back to the centre to threaten mate. Not too far away from a central square. Queen e5 pointing at c7 and b8. So this whole weird concoction seems to be working so far. This is not something I'll normally do, castle queenside against a French defence structure. I know we got it in that weird way with that bishop d3, because everyone's into that routine. Oh, I'm going to play the Alekhine defence against the Smith-Morrow Gambit idea, and bishop d3 is maybe asking black to think carefully. Okay, I can get the queens off, can't I, with queen e5. Unless there's, hold on, there might be stronger. Bishop takes. I think getting the queens off is simple and clear compared to leaving the queens on. Queen is the most dangerous, tricky piece in a way. I'm already a piece up. Don't need to be too greedy for a little a6 pawn. Now queen b8, king d7. I'm going to take on e6 here. Oh, it's resigned. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rocket Top. Chamax. Chamax. Hello. So, good evening, Chamax. Let's play this Shirov system, this center game. So I'm going to, again, try and castle queenside, funny enough. Okay, maybe it's one of my preferences for Blitz. Opposite side castling. Okay, so we have it. I don't think he's going to take. Now if he takes, take queen g7 is checkmate. This is a 3-minute game, fast and furious 3-minute game. So he can't play knight takes e4. That's one of the points here. So I think he's actually given up that nice bishop, not for too much. I'm sort of pinning his knight. Okay, now he's weakening some dark squares. I'm hoping that's going to be fatal. h4, h5. He's got d4, I suppose, coming up. Can I just take it? Knight takes, bishop c4, then bishop e6. Bishop takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I want to keep my dark square bishop, you know. I don't want to just win a pawn. I think I want to keep my dark square bishop. So that transaction, and it's only a 3-minute game, I think that particular transaction, giving up the bishop for the knight, I know that seems odd, but because he's kind of weakened his dark squares, oh, I don't want to lose that bishop. Oh, that's getting a bit tricky. Knight takes, this bishop takes, isn't there? Oh, getting tricky. Am I in tactical trouble? This is not what I had in mind. I've got to say, this is all news to me, unfortunately. Maybe not so good. Bishop's now a loose piece. Okay. Not entirely clever. Yes, the bishop's in the wrong place now. In fact, Why didn't I just take that pawn? Okay. Don't like this. Why didn't I take the pawn? Is that pawn just hanging here? He's got knight e3 now. Right. Try and hold on to d3. This is... Whoa. Is the idea knight f4? I got rook d2 maybe. I guess he's got knight d3. Maybe I can try and have a pin here. On this queen, if he takes that, maybe I'll take the queen. If he takes here, am I in trouble? Maybe king a1. Ah. Alright, can I do this? Oh, am I getting tactically murdered? Knight takes d3. Alright, let's just get out of the firing line. I think if I had taken that, maybe I could have. No, maybe, I don't know. Alright, let's get rid of this. Stop. Knight b4. If knight f2, knight rook d5. Okay. The bishop on this diagonal. Again, this isn't ideal. I haven't got anything here, have I? Whoa. Oh, this is passive. Okay, I'll stop b4. Well, I was trying to stop b4. d3's hanging or not? Okay, I'll take that and I'll pin and win. We're not going to have a repeat of last week's pin and win where I nearly lose the pinned piece, which was the queen. That wasn't funny in game 5 last week. It was not too amusing losing the queen in one game after going on about pin and win for the first 4 games. But here pin and win does seem to have happened. Okay. Eliminate this pesky knight. Try and avoid losing the rook to king f6. That wouldn't be funny. Thank you. Lap cat. Okay. Lap cat. So, hello, good evening from London. Okay, I'm going to take her and fianchetto, I think. Or fianchetto, if you prefer that pronunciation. I like the cello sound. Cello. Nice. Fianchetto. Okay, that's a personal thing. Right, so rook b8, b5. Stopping my b5. At some cost, surely. My poor dark square bishop is going. But with this exchange, he's weakening his dark squares a little bit. And I'm still looking forward to this b5. I think it does something for me. It creates some pressure on b2. I've got to worry about my king being a bit more exposed now. Can I stop this h5 or is it worth it? I'll do a b5 now. It gives me a little bit more time to do this b5 the way he's played it. I'm just wondering, I don't want a fawn pawn on h6 necessarily, and there could be some disaster scenarios with a rook on the 7th cutting across. Okay, I don't want to get mated too easily, but I did have an idea here of something that the rook's active, hitting some pawns. Okay. Can we take f6 or not? It's getting a little scary, I gotta say.
Check.
I'm fragmenting my own pawns, and there's still rook a7 on the cards. But, hold on, there is a pawn to take here. This rook a7 is a concern. Maybe there's rook f7. d6 I can take. So rook a7 and d6 might not be lethal. I'm assuming they're not lethal with this move. I'm hoping I can get away with this greedy looking move. So rook a7, rook f7. Now I'm hoping d6 I don't take with a pawn to allow myself to be mated. I think queen d6 here. Is there a tactic? Probably there is. Let me see. Rook takes. I'm about to take this way. Takes. He's got a dangerous d pawn actually. Wait. Rook a takes e7. I've got check. Check. Doesn't do anything. That's a shame. Wait. Hang on, there's another way. Takes, that's mate. Alright, so let's look at this. Takes here, d6, rook d4, rooks behind pawns, Tarish rule. I can set that little trap as well. Let's have a look. Takes, king h6, d6, rook d4. Oh, I can't see anything better. Hold on. Check. King f1. Anything better? No? Alright. A little trap there to mate him if he takes the queen. I'm hoping the Tarish rule is worth its weight in gold here, because I need to get behind this pawn with some urgency. This d pawn.
Check.
I assume the king here might be good. Do I gain a tempo? Maybe it's worth gaining a tempo. Ah, no, because I'm going to lose h7 after. No, I think it might be worth trying to rob him of this pawn before it's too late. The damage could be done. I'll swap h7 for d5 actually. We're going to have a very drawish rook and pawn ending at this rate. Okay. Rook behind the pawn coming up. d7, king e7. I'm holding that pawn. As soon as he plays d7, right, there's rook behind the pawn. Tarash rule. Now I can save this guy as well. The way he's played it. Aha, that's very generous. It's not Christmas yet. Alright, okay, it wasn't just a free pawn. Okay, rook behind that pawn. Hang on. Let's activate the king. Oh, I'm gonna have to grind this. Oh man, I'm gonna have to grind this. If possible. I don't know if it's grindable. Rook behind this pawn. Tarish rule again. Rooks behind the pawns.
Check.
My king's not going to find shelter, is that, to all these checks? Is that the punchline here?
Check.
Oh, hang on. Okay, I've got the rook behind the pawn. Now, is that such a big deal here? Okay. This does mean I can push his king back. And there might be a pawn majority over here. I can push his king back.
Check.
And hopefully work with this pawn majority, because I've kind of nullified his passed pawn in a way with the rook behind the pawn, which means I can create my own passed pawn over here with any luck. Check here and there. That should be...
Check.
And he keeps checking. Alright. F4 takes G4, and I've got some passed pawns there. Temporary pawn sack. So I'm thinking Magnus Carlsen into Vichy Anna and squeezing blood out of a stone endings mode. Okay, so I've got my passed pawn. I've got my rook behind his pawn. I've got rook on the 7th. Is it going to lead anywhere? No. G3, G3, G3. Magnus Carlsen would grind this to death, surely. There was a World Championship game. He won the rook and pawn ending, which was theoretically, I think, drawn. I think this is causing a problem now for the opponent. Okay, I think that was not desirable. Takes King H3, Rook H2 is mate. So can I take this and come back? Knowing that King H3 is not possible, right? Rook H2 mate. If I go back behind the pawn, now I've got two connected passed pawns, which we're either mating that. H3 and Rook B1 is a mating that. Two connected passed pawns. Thank you, Black Cat. Okay, there's Metanov. Hello. Now, there's Metanov nearly wiped me out because I was going on about pin and win last night until it really backfired against Desmetanov. Okay, so we got a classic King's Gambit. Can I go for Bishop C4? Wow. Can I go for Knight F6 and D5? That's really what I want to play here. Actually, more than taking. Okay. And what if I did this? I mean, I'm not sure about this territory. It's sort of Vienna game which I play, but I'm still not sure about this territory. It looks like a little bit like a Vienna game transposition. Okay, can I not just take that? Okay, I understand his D4 would be a nice centre here, but I'll have a move to play with after Bishop B3, so let's see what to do. What about D5, D4 is winning a piece, Bishop G4. Maybe it's not winning a piece. Knight E2. If I played Knight G6, D4, Bishop B4, what about this way? This is an interesting way. I'm wondering if it's like provocation on the dark squares that could be favourable to me. As long as I don't lose a piece probably for nothing, that's one interesting thing to consider. So E5, Knight E4 might be possible with the threat of Queen H4. I'm hoping this is possible. Now Bishop F7, King F7, Queen F3. Maybe the knight just drops back to F6. Do I get a chance to play D5 here in this position? That blocks against F7. You can take, and then I can castle. Because if Queen takes, there's Rook E8. If Bishop D5, Queen D5. Let's go with this. So it takes castling. Queen E4, Rook E8. fact, if I can get away with this, well, that'd be something. Okay, let's see. So queen takes, I'm hoping that rook e8. This looks awkward in a way. That's reserved parking space for the knight usually. So what's going to happen to this knight? Maybe it's just knight. Maybe he just plays knight ge2. Oh, his king's going to be in the centre. Okay, I can't pass that one off. That looks so tempting to have the king in the centre. Okay, so queen takes d4 coming up. This might actually be okay for me. It's let's see. I can take another pawn. He's on f7, but I can play bishop e6. Surely.
Check.
f8 is protected by knight, bishop, and rook. On bishop e6. I don't think it's a major disaster. I can double the pawns here while we're about. Double the pawns.
Check.
Some structural damage. Now, this is some tactic with bishop f7 and queen d8. Or rook f7 and queen e8, probably. So I might just undouble his pawns here. There's knight f8. I think I'm being paranoid there. In which case, queen c5, let's keep the double pawns. Queen c5, let's have a look at this. Rook f7, queen e8, there's knight f8. Surely. So queen c5 keeps knight f8. Takes the other way. Okay, I think this is plausible. Tactically, I think it's plausible. I don't want to undouble his pawns necessarily. I want to play bishop e6 from rook d8 in the dream world. Bishop e6 from rook d8. So bishop e6 from rook d8. That's what I'm punting for. So let's see. A normal move like knight f3, bishop e6. It looks pretty good for that rook d8. The king scutters along here, but queen a3, stuff like that. Maybe a5. Okay. Is he looking at rook f7? Wondering. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm hoping this was unsound. In fact, I've now got bishop f5.
Check.
Up and coming. Before he uses the f file, I can gain a tempo with bishop f5. So he wants to use the f file. Can't now rook f1. There's queen f2. I don't want to enter tactical complications. Queen f2 looks, it's check, bishop e6, queen c7, king g8. Yeah, queen f2 looks tempting. I don't know if it's crazy to do this, but it looks like a solution of some sort to the whole f file thing. Dare I say, I've got a pin as well on the knight. I've still got the pin on the brain. The pin's on the brain from last week. Okay, now I can play this and give him that c7 pawn, surely, because king g8, my
Check.
king's tucked away in bed here with Ovaltine. Okay, it looks okay there. Okay, rook d8 check.
Check.
The pin, the pin. Okay, now I can take here. I've got things covered, surely. I got f1 covered, I got f7 covered. I think it's over. I think it's over by the shouting. I think it's over. He nearly took me down last week, to his credit. He nearly took me down. But I think I've got the better of him here. Check.
Check.
And I'm going to get the queens off like a chicken with queen b6. Okay, thanks, Zbistinov. Grand Pat, sir. I'm going to play this reverse French defense. Oh, I hope the recording level's okay. Is the recording level okay? Please tell me it was too silent. Sorry, I should have checked it. Alright, now I'll play this, because this is like Shigorin transposition in a way, isn't it? With knight c6. We've kind of got Shigorin territory. Not committing my bishop yet, because this bishop g4 is annoying in conjunction with d4, so I'm hoping this is more hassle for him to play it like this, where he's not the one threatening anymore. D takes c4. Okay, so in fact I'm hoping to strengthen my d4, which he's given me. Okay, now try and sort out the dot squares. Okay, can I play bishop g5? Now this knight's blocking the pawn. He's got bishop h3 coming up. Can I get rid of... Can I do that? There's a bishop h3. Queen d2? Queen d2 might handle it, because it gives me bishop f4 after. I'm hoping this is unsound. Okay, now if I point at f7, we'll pin this guy for a moment. If he wants to relieve the pin, he could do. Okay, actually I've weakened f3. Maybe bishop h3 is on the cards. Let's have a look at this again. Bishop h3 takes, queen takes. Okay, let's drop back here looking at f7. Okay. If I ignore it with bishop f4, he's got queen g4. Is it too dangerous? Don't tell me this is too dangerous. Can I take and queen d3? Is this an intuitive part? There's bishop h2. There's bishop d5 here, hold on. Because queen d3 I think suffers to bishop h2 because it takes, queen takes, but bishop d5 is an altogether different story, I hope. Check, king h1. I think at least he's got a perpetual check. Why have I gone into this line? He's got at least a perpetual check.
Check.
Why did I go in for this?
Check.
Yeah, I can't escape. It's playing for a while.
Check.
I can't escape.
Check.
That was I shouldn't have allowed Bishop H3. Thanks for the game, Grandpat. I don't think I should have allowed Bishop H3 in retrospect. Okay, wage slave. Okay. D6, Bishop G, coming like here with the bishop outside the pawn chain, was a sort of souped up French defense in mind. So Bishop E7. So the bishop's outside the pawn chain. Okay, let's hold this. Okay, can I play knight E4 here? Now if knight G3, I could double the pawns. Okay, can I take on E2, or just, what about if I just do this? So knight takes, bishop takes. Okay, knight takes here, or D takes. If bishop takes, there's knight A5. If knight takes, what about this knight F6? Because he's kind of weakened, I believe, hit this diagonal slightly. So I think it's okay to provoke the pawns a little bit. Now this could rip to shreds that diagonal potentially. E5. Okay. Let's see. So bishop C5 looks like a sensitive diagonal. Bishop C5 or not. Yeah, I'll try that. Maybe C6 gives me freedom to move the queen somewhere. Just hold up the knight for a moment. Queen H4 hits the rook. Why would I want to do that? Okay, knight F4 is tempting. I'll go in there. Knight F4 is Ben Gold said it was attributed to someone else actually. Knight F4. Okay, so Queen H4 is with tempo gain. G3, Queen H3, G takes, knight takes. I'm not threatening anything because the knight's holding H2. Unless there's anything remarkably ingenious I'm missing there. What about just B5? Isn't B5 interesting for a moment? Let's plunge into this again, just out of theoretical interest. Queen H4 in this position, G3, Queen H3, G takes. Nothing. Nothing.
Check.
Oh, I didn't expect this. Okay, I really didn't expect that one. I'm wondering what's going on here. Oh, he was hitting the bishop. It's good that I've protected that bishop. I just noticed now. Fortunately, let's move this bishop out of the way and start playing a bit more quickly. I've noticed some streamers recently around the shop playing a bit too slowly sometimes in these blitz sessions, but I want to be ruthless. I want to keep ahead on the clock. So let's see, how do I keep ahead on the clock? Okay, hold on. c5, c4. I've got an octopus knight on d3. No? Haven't I got an octopus knight on d3? Okay, I'm going to support my octopus knight. I'm going to double the rooks. I'm going to use that as a sort of overprotection point.
Check.
Centralize, mass centralization. I'm hoping this is like the Karpov-Kasparov octopus game. Let's get the king a bit safer there. Knight takes a knight d3. Might have been a good idea. Oh, there's rook d2 here. And go crash down to the second rank. Threatening mate. Whoa!
Check.
Thanks for the game. Hamlet. Ooh. Okay. Is this the refutation? That just takes. My idea was a quick knight e5. Then this quick knight e5 idea happens to be something recommended against a variation in the Caro-Kann, an early knight e5 at some point. Now here, I think if I can extinguish knight e4 from black, this is an interesting position, believe it or not. Tartko has said a knight on e5 and the attack plays itself, and I believe it might be the case here because, well, almost knight c6 if it wasn't pinned would checkmate the queen, but in fact, can I not just do this rook h3 business, naughty business, bishop h7, knight takes h7, queen h5. Unfortunately he's got knight here f6 just winning, but the idea is nearly there. It just needs a little bit of work. So how will this go? In fact, it might even work in that incarnation, because knight f6, queen f7, king here, knight g6 is checkmate. Yeah, it would have worked in that incarnation. Okay. Okay, can I go in here? Right, let's hit that f7. Or not. My centre is going to collapse. Let's not. I don't want to expose my poor d4 pawn. It hasn't done anything to deserve exposure just yet. So I'm wondering, you know, taking here, that's g6, queen h6, then cd, and my king's on that diagonal. So I'd rather not have d4 exposed in that line. So this is why I'm leaving that potentially nuisance knight for a moment there, tolerating it, because the price of removing it is that frontal attack on d4. So let's see what happens here though. Okay, yes, that was a pre-move. Okay, can I attempt that knight to take? I've got some entry points covered. Diagonal doesn't seem too sensitive right now. How does the queen get onto the diagonal? And get this rook in the game. So f7. What about the amusing bishop h6? I'm just wondering what it does from a scientific angle. Bishop h6 takes nothing. It seems nothing much. Okay, maybe that's the case. Nothing much. In which case I'm a bit stuck. Here. Let's hold the horses for a moment. Wait. This might be a good move. There might be knight g5 here. There's rook h6. No. And he's threatening. Okay. King h2. I'm wondering if he's got not knight f2. I've got the c1 covered. Knight h4 to f5. What about this? That stops rook h6. I get a knight to f5. That's a familiar. Hang on. There's queen takes h3. So what if I play this instead? I'm hoping this is plausible. For knight h4, queen g4. There's knight g6 there, queen h5, knight e7 check. Does he play queen g4 immediately here? Yes. Okay. So I can't do much at the moment. Let's just go back here. Oh. This knight is a bit annoying. Can I resolve that? You can always take the rook, not just the pawn. If he took the pawn, knight g5 on f7. No, he takes for the rook, knight g5. It might be plausible to do this now. I'm hoping it's plausible. And he takes for the rook, knight g5. Yeah, I'm holding this bishop. I think that's plausible. Rook takes knight g5. This, I'm hoping, is plausible. Now h6, knight takes f7. Rook f8 is on the 7th rank. Can I hold that? Rook g3. There's knight d6 with tempo, bishop d5. Is that anything to write home about? Mind you, I don't know what else I'm doing for the moment. So I've managed to get him to stop my pawn rather elegantly. I'm hoping maybe this check does something. He's got a check. But my king's got h2. Can I drag this pawn down with this? So e6, e7 without getting mated. Oh, his pawn is pretty dangerous. Hold on a sec. Okay, what about knight f5? I don't want his pawn to be dangerous. That wasn't the idea. Change of plan. Change of plan. Let's hold e3. I don't want this pawn exploding in my face, coming down with check. Okay, so knight f5 is useful for g7. I get a tempo there. There's got bishop e6. What about e6 now? Trying to have my cake and eat it. Can I not just take that one? Right. Now it's getting a bit tactically vicious. Rook h8?
Check.
Rook h8 is friend. Pawn versus pawn. Kramer versus Kramer. Okay. e8. d5. Knight f5 blocks against e3. Yeah, I should do something about that. Okay. I don't mind.
Check.
A bit knight up still. Although I'm down to one pawn now. Right. Down to my last pawn. Let's get the kings a bit more out and about.
Check.
Can I get this pawn going? Now I win the rook here, don't I? No, I don't. Why don't I just take this?
Check.
I'll take this.
Check.
Take the on e5. I should be able to
Check.
win this, I imagine.
Check.
Trying to avoid stalemate. That would be embarrassing. Alright, thanks for the game. Cad's Killer. Caddy's Killer? Cadillac Killer? I don't know. Interesting nickname. Alright. Caddy's Killer. Okay, I'm going to play this. And I can't resist a hack attack. As Kingpin Chance magazine would go on about, hack attacks often feature in games of James Plaskett, who, by the way, is on Quora apparently. I think he's followed me recently on Quora. So James Plaskett was a really dashing, is rather a dashing attacking grandmaster. Very interesting style. I can threaten mate here. Knight g5 bishop f2 is mate, and that might be fun to provoke e3. On e3, as long as my bishop's not getting trapped, f6 and g5, it takes h4. I think there's some fun to be had with f6 and g5, just trying to crack this thin chatter position wide apart. Hack attack, g5 and castle queenside. Hack attack. King hasn't got h2 just yet. g5 hg, might wonder what on earth this does. Well, I think if I castle queenside, then h4 I can eliminate a defender. Rook h8, rook h4. It's gonna be it's gonna be as I say, hack attack territory, surely. Well, am I giving the queen a defensive maneuver here? That's a slight concern. I think the king's getting hacked.
Check.
There's king g3. It's king g3. Okay, here we go with the other rook. Bring in the reserves. Okay, he's giving up the light square bishop. That's interesting. That's interesting. Queen f3. Rook g8, queen c6, rook g5, king f6, bishop g4, king moves, bishop e2. Isn't that mating? That's interesting. It's almost mating. Queen f3, rook g8, queen c6, rook g5, king f3. Yeah, that's virtually the only move. Just look at this again. Bishop g4. Alright, it's definitely tasty looking. My queen's protected in any case. So rook g5 intermediate move.
Check.
Now bishop g4 intermediate move.
Check.
can I not just mate the king here with the 2 rooks and the bishop? Now there's king e4. Oh, that's a nuisance. f5, king d5, bishop f3, e4. Hang on. Let's try and calculate this. Now rook h3, there's queen e8. I probably should take back the queen at this point. f5, king d5. I think I'd take the queen here for a moment. It actually serves to hold d5, meaning I'm threatening actually f5 checkmate here. Now f5 checkmate is threatened. Now let's say d4, an escape route. d4, bishop f5, skewers, king and knight. Yeah, d4 is not entirely desirable. My rook is held
Check.
by the pawn on f6. Not that the king can attack it anyway. So let's see, bishop takes c2 coming up. Okay, thanks for the game, Caddy's Killer. Okay. Right, no immediate challenges. Oh, the stream's getting a bit late. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to... yeah, I restarted the router recently. I was hoping that would solve the problems, most of the problems. I think the heat might have caused some issue. Okay. He's going for it. I thought he might not do that. Okay, I'm getting tempo here, right? Can I trap this pesky knight or something? Or not? No, he's got... Okay, well, hold this. Maybe the knight's got b5. Did I achieve anything from that? Probably not. Go for central d4 control with g4, knight d4. Okay. So I can play bishop g4 without losing b7. It's only a 3-minute game, so let's not be too whatever picky. Okay, let's go back here or here. No, hold e6 for a moment. Okay, bounce to c3 here. There might be g4 now. Just want to dismantle this central control with g4 if it's not fatally weakening my king. Okay. Here. Fascinating. Unfortunately, he feels too solid. Too solid for the moment. Bishop c4. I guess I've been going on f2. I've got to get out of this dangerous diagonal, I think. There's knight c3. That does hold d5 against bishop d5. Is he taking? Okay. I got d5 held, I got b1 held. Isn't there rook f2? He's got rook d2. Alright, king g7 after. Okay, why does he want to do that? Is there anything better? Can I not just take on f2 while I've got a chance to do that? That would weaken e3. Oh, he's got bishop d5, hasn't he? A bit worried about bishop d5. Alright, maybe I've got knight e3 for a moment on bishop d5. Have I got an immediate bishop takes e3 threat?
Check. Check. Check.
I've just blundered the knight.
Check.
Oh, that was a dumb move, wasn't it? I've just gone into a mate now. Yeah, that was dumb. Oh, just blundered the knight, man. After all that, getting a very promising position. Let's have a quick. Oh, blundered the knight. Well, I was thinking something here. Something stupid, clearly. What was I thinking?
Check.
Actually, I have to go with the petrol, it seems. Yeah, it's too dangerous. Alright, maybe it's too dangerous. A GM here. 2-4, 2-3. Okay. If I take here, is that so bad? I'm not sure this is entirely bad. Even this, I don't really think that's. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm thinking I've got some counterplay here. Maybe I'm totally mad. I might have a little bit of b-file diagonal counterplay. If I can survive this position. Rook b8. If I just move the bishop for a moment and just say that I'll take my time with the threat of rook b8 or knight. I'm on b2, so I've got two threats. I think this is actually, he might have been a little bit too optimistic. I'm hoping anyway. I'm threatening knight g4. Okay, I was threatening knight g4. I've still got an idea of, say, knight e3 or knight f2. No, not knight f2. Well, I can slice. I'm slicing through the dark squares here. I think I'll start off with knight e3 and then queen d4. So starter, knight e3, main course, queen d4 for queen a1. Maybe he's over there. Knight f3, okay. This could be spoiled with king d2. Right, bishop h6 for a moment. King moves over there. Knight f3, queen a1, king d2, bishop h6. I drop the rook. Does that matter? Does. Maybe I do something with this rook instead of dropping it. Point at c2. I still think this is hot, this position. I don't want to waste it. How? C4, rook C4 takes queen. It's not queen B2. It's knight's on B2. Probably needs this sort of position. The magic of forcing moves is often helpful. This is a kind of forcing move what I played anyway to start off. That can't be that bad, surely. Rook C2 looks tempting. Or knight takes C2? Why not just knight takes C2? Rook C2, king B1. Forcing moves. What's wrong with knight? That looks really... I don't know. Looks as though... I'll take the rook. Prem bishop h6. Or is there anything stronger? There's f6 to queen e5. Okay, let's not lose on time. That would be a dumb thing to do.
Top. Check. Check.
I've screwed it, haven't I? I'm really sure that was crushing. Oh, so good. I could just enjoy that position. If I had longer to think, I think I should find a blow, a knockout blow. Let's have a quick look. Let's see, it was okay. So mate in 5.
Check.
Queen a5, yeah, forcing moves. But in a 3-minute game, actually that's protected. It's not the immediate point. So what is the threat? Queen a2, right? So he moves the pawn. Alright, and what if he played a4? Oh, yeah, it's so easy. It's so easy. Engine would have loved that. If it had emotion, it would have loved that position to have. Okay. Oh. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. There had to be some forcing moves here. The point of the rook on the 7th, yes, it's devastation across the 7th. A2. I somehow... I somehow thought knight takes... Yeah, I thought he wouldn't like discovered attack, but it's the rook on the 7th. Yeah. The rook on the 7th trumps it in this position. Okay. Another another GM. Not so high rated. Okay. I'll try and get a better clock situation, among other things, if possible. If I can play A4 and E5, I think I'll be quite happy overall with the position. Maybe the queen can drop back to A2 here to keep an eye on the diagonal. So queen A2 and E5. Okay, this one. Keep the tension. He's not really going to try and win a pawn, is he? Okay, if I play rook E1 and E5, I'll drop the bishop. So there's a point of his queen there. Okay, move the bishop first. Bishop G3. Right, trying to avoid double pawns. Knight C4, B5, I imagine. As I'm trapping his queen. Is E5 possible? Maybe I can play rook E4 to try and trap the queen. If A5 to stop queen A5. Oh, I've just gone into that one. I forgot about that one. Ah. It's D6 might be handy though. Try and undermine F6. Is it just getting worse now? Oh, I've been put in defensive here. Ah, no, that was good earlier, I thought. This is very tricky. Alright, at least that holds F2 actually. That might actually serve some sort of purpose, B4. It holds F2. Anything else? B takes his threatens. C takes, rook takes. He's got bishop takes C3, winning a piece. It looks like it anyway. Okay. Can I unpin for a moment to try and play F3? That would hold the knight. F3. He's got bishop E5. The knight G3, there's bishop takes C3. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, he's winning the exchange. Any compensation? Maybe this diagonal. If I played D6 to try and rupture F6, well, they could take with the queen, yes. Alright, on that diagonal anyway. I just need something on the diagonal. H4. Block. King G2. H4. It's a bit slow. Double for rook d8, or just take here. I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Check.
I was without F5. Oh. Yeah, this is a case where, unfortunately, is there any way of causing any trouble for him? Probably not. Oh no, that's a real shame.
Time
Okay.
warn. Check.
Pre-move it. I'll just pre-move it. Will he do it in a second? Probably not. Being a bit naughty there. But yeah, I thought he was short on time. Yeah. Okay. It's 3 minute. It's this hybrid between bullet and 5 minute. It's okay to win on draw on time. It's draw on time. Draw on time. No mating material rule on ICC. That's very good. Okay, another 3 minute game. That went badly wrong. Let's have a quick look while waiting. I thought it was comfortable here. Let's have a quick look. Comfortable here. I noticed that and I forgot about it after. Okay, Collie system. Let's try it with takes and B4. That's not allowed, right? But that releases the tension. In fact, I can try and exchange off, like in the recent Kramnik game against Giri. Try and exchange off. Although this doesn't look right. Should I have done BC? Okay. Is this really terrible? This looks pretty cramped. Has my knight got any squares? Has my queen got any squares? C3 looks a bit painful. I'm not sure this is going to plan. Okay, but anyway, bishop A3 strategically. Get rid of this bishop, whatever happens. It looks like Connie gone wrong for a moment. But anyway, is that that C3 could be weak. That C3 could be weak. Okay. Knight D3 to C5. I can try and engulf this C3. I've given a full sense of security, haven't I, to the C3 pawn. I'm going to try and engulf it. What? Well, okay. If I ever get a chance to take on E4, then I could take on C3. Alright, knight C5, then rook C3. What about that interruption tactic? Let's get rid of that C3. I'm hoping there isn't anything surprising here. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Is there... Oh, that just winning the exchange. Okay. Yeah, there is something surprising. I'm losing the exchange. Or am I even getting this knight? I don't know. Right, rook b5 first. Get this knight. Nope, not yet. I'm not even getting the knight, am I? Okay, this one for queen takes c2. There's e3 after. This puts me 2 exchanges down. Great. Knight e2, knight d1, yeah. Queen g4, g6, h3. There's a tempo gain. h3, rook d2 coming out after that. Bishop e2 after that. Queen g4, bishop e2. Bishop e2. King h2, knight e3.
Check.
Knight g2, knight f4. Knight g2, knight f4. Okay, this diagonal. Form pawn? Nope, probably not. Bishop f1, bishop g2 maybe. Okay. Form pawn. Get rid of this guy. Oh no, not queen h5 mate. Queen h5 mate. Ah.
Checkmate.
Yeah, queen h5 was just how to play on 2 exchanges down. That was, I think that was a colleague gone somehow wrong. I don't usually like playing 2 exchanges down. 1 is bad enough. 2 exchanges down.
Check.
Yeah, the embarrassing. I thought something embarrassing was going to happen. My intuition was telling me there's going to be an embarrassing checkmate, and it's here that there is indeed checkmate, isn't it? Isn't it just checkmate? Oh, yeah. Okay, lucky that didn't happen. I can only apologise on stream. I can only apologise. It's the heat. I tell you, it's really hot here. It's been like a heat wave. I'm sorry. Anyway, oh dear, oh dear. Oh man. Oh crikey. But you got to admit, I was better a few games ago against the 2400 GM. I was actually technically better. So, you know. There seems to be something wrong on the thing there. Okay, I'll try and ignore that for a moment. Alright, knight takes e5 is an interesting idea here in the circumstance. Or this for c4, bishop b6. I know it's terrible. If I was a gentleman, I would resign. I know. I'm just terrible. Okay, but you know it's a 3-minute game, yeah. So chill out, everyone. Chill out. It's not a World Championship game. It's not even increment. I just want to emphasise it's not even increment, right? You know, the blitz you get in real life, FIDE, is increment. It's not increment here today. Okay? Lower your standards to watch this. So this is Snake Benoni. I think good results with Snake Benoni recently. Have we moved into a correspondence game here? Is it going to move sometime? Have I lost connection? I don't know. I start typing who in a minute. Oh, he's just giving up his queen. If I took, no, he takes her. Alright, he's taking over here, is he? Okay, can I play f5? Was that bishop d5? No, I can't take that, I believe. You can take my rook, though. I've just blundered the rook like a total muppet. Yeah. Oh, come on. No. Dear, oh dear. Going to d3. Okay. This isn't entirely ideal, I know. Queen e3. Have I got a chance there with Queen e3? Right, there is c1. Somehow he's managed to screw this up, it seems. Yeah, it's only 3 minutes. Okay, Tagulo again. What happened last time against them? Let's try this center counter. Nope, we got us whatever this is. This is okay. This is a comfortable position. I've actually got. I think this is actually a decent position. Believe it or not, this could be a decent position. A very decent position. Yes. I can take. Hang on, it's not pre-move it yet. Take it here to fix the center. Aha. I'll put a knight on e4 to torture him. Knight on e4. Maybe get the queens off or not. Queen c6, there's knight d4. Maybe the queen's coming off here isn't entirely dumb. He's got weakened light squares. Aha. Maybe knight g3 at some point. Right. I'll get ready for bishop c5 or queen e6. h3 is a form pawn. Okay. Stop queen b5. And f5 coming up or not? Maybe not. Okay. Have I got any counterplay here? Okay, I got a form pawn here, and I could try for his for a moment. This one, I'm going to get pinned. King b7. Doesn't immediately threaten to win my bishop, does he? With rook f8. Okay, fair enough.
Check. Check.
Okay. Oh, that's nasty. That's just so nasty. I haven't even got a chance for rook f7. He's got bishop d6. I'm getting into a horrible check. I've got e3 or e2. How does he do that? Bishop d6 appears to be okay.
Check.
2 pawns here might give some hope.
Check. Check.
Aggressive king.
Check. Time warning.
Oh.
Check.
That's annoying. No, I haven't been able to get much of a chance in this game. Oh, well played, Tim. I didn't get much of a chance there. I thought I had a good position. I seem to wreck it. I don't know. Just have a quick look. I didn't think there was anything that bad about the position at this point. Is that really so bad, CD? Maybe this is better. Yeah, okay, to keep the tension. But so look, this one. Maybe D takes to avoid this F5. That should be okay for black. It's more stable anyway without this F5. Okay. E4 coming up. Okay, so E4 for... Oh, okay. Keep the centre like that. Play for bishop A3, I think. There's bishop C4 now. On F7. Okay, I think this is looking not too bad at the moment. Not too bad. Maybe there's even F4. If E4, F5. Okay, let's have a look at this. Take it towards the centre. F5. Ah, okay. Do I believe this? Should I believe this? I suppose he's got bishop d4 at the end of it. If I take with the rook here, he takes on bishop d4. Okay, okay. Oh, blimey. There's bishop f7 there. On queen a3, there's bishop f7. I thought he'd just taken and bishop d4. That was interesting. He's going for this bishop g1. Again, if I can do this, there's bishop f7 here to win the queen on a3. I thought he might have, yeah, okay, it's interesting. I had to defend g1 there. So let's see, queen c3. This maybe he didn't want this scenario because it does appear I'm holding a bishop up at the moment. I'm not sure what the compensation is for him. Good news, Baz, in this game. Okay, if I can play rook takes f7, holding f4. Okay, that was a cool one. That was one of my lesser embarrassing efforts, I think, tonight. Okay, but no, I think he had a tactic with creating an interesting imbalance he could have had with queen takes d4.
Check.
Yeah, okay, I think it had it as equal there. Queen takes e3. Queen takes e3, bishop d4. I think the bishops wouldn't be that great there, actually. Try and stop b5. Put this back over here. And I don't want to drop e4 in a hurry. I might want to put this knight over this one. Am I dropping a pawn or not? Knight e4, knight takes e6 maybe. So I think I can get away with knight takes e6. I need to hold that knight now. So he's got a target on d6. Yeah. So if I can double on the d file, this should be interesting. Oh, I'm going to make this. We're going to make this the last game because we started. By the way, I hope you enjoyed this week a bit. Yeah, I think this is going to. Oh no, sorry, one or two more. Pardon me. I just blundered a pawn saying that. Focus Focus, focus. Okay, I didn't mean to lose that pawn. Didn't mean to lose that pawn. Okay. Where does this lead? Apart from a pawn down. Bishop f4 maybe? Is bishop f4 any good? Trying to target d6. I'm hoping there's some compensation. There's a check here, d5. Can I improve on that? Knight b5 takes, check, wins the queen. It's a bit of a cheapo. It's a good one, I think. As cheapos go. To win the queen on c7. You can ignore it. Oh, but knight takes d6. Knight takes d6. Get a pawn back. Might be back in the game against Mr. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Here, c takes, check. Okay, he's on f2. I can interpose bishop e3 here as well. Is it worth playing? Well, there's c5 winning the queen now.
Check.
Hasn't exactly avoided that theme. I think one more game on the 3 minute. One or two more, actually. Sorry, no, I think one more. Sorry. We're finishing 5 minutes early, sorry. 5 minutes early, so make this probably the last game. Okay, let's make this a good one. This is one of my pets in Bullet 3 minutes. Actually, one of my pet systems. Because I get to play with the f pawn sometimes. Okay, suppressing my f pawn, as IMs do. Sometimes trying to kill the counterplay. Okay, but knight takes and then knight e7. Maybe bishop e6, rook d8, d5 is an idea. Here. If you want to vote now, if you found it fun, one fun, 10 boring. If you want to vote on chat, that'd be cool. Yeah, I think we've got to finish a little bit early. Takes knight g5 is to be avoided. So what about d5? Okay. Yeah. So he's going to have bishop takes g5. I'll let him have bishop g5 because I get a tempo. It closes up things. I can play d takes and think about what to do next. Oh, he's not even going in for that. Okay, I'll try and open up the d file now. I thought he played bishop g5 for knight. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Oh, there's. Yeah. Okay. What's happening? What's happening? I've got rolling pawns here. c5, c4, rolling pawn in the centre. That's one thing I can play with. Surely. d3 coming up. Or not. Knight f5, queen e4. Just slow down his intentions. Cruel intentions. Queen d3 anyway. Bishop e5. What if I just double here? Try and play d3 with a vengeance. Okay. What if I play b5 for b5? Is he going to play a5 just to wind me up? Nope. Okay, not yet. Preparing this d3 very carefully. Okay, so queen b6. If takes on c4, d3 could be interesting. He's on f7 or not yet. Alright, give it a shot. He might have rook a6, rook h6. Actually, d3 is not doing anything, so he's just got rook a6. Oh crikey, what have I done? I've just given up pawns for nothing. And this is rook c7. Can I go down to c2? I was more concerned about rook a6 there for rook h6. Don't get anything on c2, do I? Do I? It doesn't look like anything here. Rook c2 might be a threat there in the future. No, this looks dead. This looks dead. Unfortunately, dead position.
Check.
At the moment. Try and make it less dead.
Check.
He's not letting me do anything with my king, is he? Can I win this b pawn? Okay, very nice. Oh, we got to stop now. Yes.
Check.
Okay, I'll resign here. It's lost anyway. I'm resigning. Thanks for the stream. Okay, thanks for the. Okay, see you guys next week. Okay, thanks and have a good weekend. Okay, we're stopping now. Okay. Okay. Okay, have a good weekend. That was a tough set of games. Hope it was a bit of fun. Okay. See you next week. Cheers then. Thanks very much.